singer. I just had the feeling that, you know, we were friends. And it's funny because people talk about relationships. There is an unusual and quite unique relationship between any artist and their audience. It's not really too tangible sometimes, although sometimes people say, oh, we can feel the good feelings between you and your audience. But this last 4 years, I was in a terrible state. And about 3 months into the whole thing, my lawyers had rung me, and they said to me, we like very much your dignified silence, which I don't do very often. But they also said to me, we have never worked with anybody who seems to have 100% public support. That really struck me. That means you. I mean, I know it means you. And the other thing, you know, was there was one thing that happened while I was in Portugal. When the press had all left the building, they were around my house for about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. And about 3 weeks in, I crept out and I looked down the driveway and I thought, oh, my gateway has turned sort of gold. Anyway, I went down to it and it was covered in yellow ribbons. The ribbons said, we love you, we support you, and it was just fantastic. So I have to say that I certainly feel that support now more than I ever felt it when I was younger.
It's an appreciation, really, I think, through very, very hard times, tortuous times. The big question is, though, because you know, some of us sat through the court, you know, various days, and although certain amounts of money were sort of banded around, etc., and I'm not asking you how much money, but on the other hand, it did cost you $4.5 million, I know that, to run the case, which is horrendous, out of a false allegation. But is it all over? Has all of that been settled now or not?
Yeah, well, it has been settled, actually, but you know, unfortunately, there's like an embargo. I can't really talk about figures at the moment, numbers. But the funny thing is, you're a journalist. I was told that if a journalist was to ask the BBC what the settlement was, they have to tell you.
Scoop. Oh, on Loose Women, I can ask that question in the BBC.
And then talk about it on Loose Women.
Yes.
Yay!
So, I mean, I'm not asking you figures, obviously, because that is private, but I will read the BBC. I will ask. Just if you get some of your money back, your $4.5 million.
I'll get some. It may be half or maybe less. I don't know. But the thing is, when I was in the court, my opposition QC, the man who was speaking on behalf of the BBC, actually started to talk about money. And I asked the judge, my lord, am I allowed to speak about money? He just said, it's up to you. So I put the numbers right. They had the numbers completely wrong about how much I spent. And I said to them, and I'm saying it to you now, there was a point when I thought, I have to do this. One of my lawyers had said, why don't you get on with your life now? Everybody loves you, you can get on. And I said to myself, and I said to him, every now and then, an individual gets a chance to make a change. Now, I don't know whether I'll succeed in that. I've now joined a group called FAIR, Falsely Accused Individuals for Reform, and between us we are trying to make a change in the rules. It's just a compromise, really.
You probably read about it in the papers and saw it on TV. It's a man called Carl Beach, who's now been jailed for it. But he made all these false allegations, and the police went along with it at the time. Against Edward Heath, against Leon Britton, against Lord Bramwell, who's been in charge of the forces for all those years. And the whole point is, when I heard that, I thought, that's absolutely what you and Paul Gambaccini and co have been fighting to get. The fact that the police should start with the accuser and make sure that that's correct.
I believe that too. I mean, the accusation was so fake. And even at the court case, when the superintendent who was there at the time when the accuser came in, he simply said, I'm not sure what we're doing here. The man was so confused, he didn't know which football ground he'd been at. He said he was 13, but he couldn't remember whether it was in 1980, 81, 82, or 83. So I thought to myself, well, if he was 13, he'd at least know which year. But it was a very, very strange thing, and it's one of those things that we have to put up with. But as I say, all we're asking for is a compromise. You know, King John at Magna Carta stated that every single one of us in this nation is innocent until unless proved guilty in court.
Area.
Somehow or another that got changed. But in Germany, nobody is named until they're found guilty in court.
Area.
Like I said, all we're asking for is a compromise. It's a compromise. Just don't name anybody until they are charged. When somebody is charged with some kind of criminal action, it means that the police feel that they have enough evidence to prosecute. Now, that may come to nothing. The person may get innocent in court. So all I know is that what the BBC did was plaster my name all over the world, and our friends Eve Pollard and John, I was asking them, they're journalists, friends of ours, and I said, how long would it have taken for that story to get around? Would it be 2 or 3 hours? And Eve said, darling, think seconds. So that's what really upset me, the fact that I spent my life trying to be as honest and honourable as I could be, and then in those seconds, my name was smeared and smashed around all over the planet. And that's why I'm telling you. I know, thank you. But that's what I was going to say. When the opposing QC had asked about this money thing, I said, look, for me, I've already told my gang, my management, my lawyers, it's too late to talk to me about money. I'm doing this because there are people on the street who have been falsely accused. They don't have the wherewithal or the money to do what I was having to do. And so I considered it as part of my responsibility.
For other people.
For other people.
Yeah, exactly. Now, how many of you think, just let's see a show of hands, how many of you think that the police should not name anybody until the person who's there you are, 100%. Yeah, so now, we were talking a little bit about money. I want to take it right back because the Shans are celebrating their 60th anniversary as well. And there's a documentary to be made, and both of us have taken part in that. Obviously you wouldn't be. But it just reminded me of those early days. Maybe you just describe what those early days in that little van were like.
Well, I mean, it was a fantastic time. You know, the American music that came over it, it's the music that affected all of us. You all here, those of us who were listening to Elvis and Little Richard and Buddy Holly, Everly Brothers, the desire was to, for me, it was not only to be, I didn't want to be like Elvis, I wanted to wake up and discover I was Elvis.
He never will.
So
Cool.
fantastic. So then suddenly I find myself in a studio with 2 friends from school and 2 professional musicians, and suddenly we record a song and it's become Move It. And it turns out, and God bless John Lennon, he actually said that before Cliff and Move It, there wasn't anything. He didn't mean anything. No, he meant it specifically. He knew that it had all happened in America, but in Europe and the rest of the world, there hadn't been a rock and roll from Britain, the real rock and roll stuff. So we played a part, and I was so thrilled when he said that. And I always feel that the Shadows and I played a part in the whole existence of the Beatles. Paul McCartney, I read an article, and he said, they said, why did you leave, go to Germany? He said, well, because Cliff and the Shadows had it all sewn up. So in a way, we drove them. But what they do, something magical happened, they came us and plastered all of us off the stage. It was fantastic, but it's funny in our industry, the 5 years goes by and something new happens. And that's what happened. I started in 58, 63, the Beatles came in, did something different, took it away. It didn't stop the rest of us, you know, Elton, myself, Elvis, and we still all had chart hits. And then after them, there was boy bands. And our industry is really based on what came from America. America will always be the fatherland of rock and roll.
What was the first record of rock and roll that you heard from the States? Do you remember that?
I remember the first record I ever bought, but it was just prior to rock and roll. And it was by Sammy Davis Jr., and it was called In a Persian Marketplace. It was a way to get. In a Persian market. So it was kind of getting there. But of course, once I heard Elvis singing Bill Haley and all the others, Little Richard. Everly Brothers, for me, I learned how to sing harmonies because the 2 of them always sang together. So that every song they ever sang was open to harmonies. And I found that if I did a falsetto above Phil, who sang the top harmony, that's your 3-part. And then if I sang below, it was an octave to this bit, and there's a warm sound to that. And I don't know if you remember Misty Lights. Yeah. Do you remember the verse that goes, Midnight Diamonds? what I did was I sang that verse, and then I did Midnight Diamonds, and then I did Midnight Diamonds, and I did Midnight Diamonds. You play them all together, and then you've got harmonies. And so for me it's been magical. The recording industry is still my favourite aspect of my life. I really love being a recording artist almost before anything else. I do like singing live, but then you've got the music to sing. So those days led to just about everything that we know about in music today.
But Bruce Welch was telling me in the course of this documentary that when you were in that little van, you know, travelling around, that you had to go and look for B&Bs for yourself. So what was that routine?
Well, when we started, it wasn't so much a little van at the time, it was a blue bus. It wasn't a huge, great sort of 35-foot, 30-seater